Welcome back to another Blueform Media episode. I guess this isn't technically your content factory. That's our normal podcast. This is a mini series, though. So welcome back. We have another local business we're highlighting today here in St. George, Utah. I got Caleb and Mal back on the controls. And with me, I have Richard May, the VP of Mango Voice, the VP of Business Development, Mango Voice. And we've been seeing you on social media quite a bit. We love what you're doing, love your stuff, love your LinkedIn. But we're really interested in Mango Voice because of what you guys do. So real quick, out the gate, punchy question. What is a unique problem that Mango Voice is solving in your industry?
So, Mango Voice is a voice over IP phone company, right? And the biggest problem that we see across all businesses, it doesn't matter if it's a dental practice, if it's a hotel, if it's a salon, if it's a restaurant, nobody can seem to answer all of their calls. And if you're like me, if you're a consumer like me that grew up in this digital age, if you Google search something and you call them and they don't answer, what do? You just go to the next thing on Google, right? So that business that has all that SEO, that does all that marketing, that paid to be at the top of a Google search because they didn't answer their phone, they missed out on an opportunity, right? So in this age of AI, Mango has, taken our phone system beyond and developed AI agents that can actually take those calls and answer all those missed opportunities for you. So your missed calls don't have to be missed opportunities anymore. And the AI agent is as pleasant at 5 a.m. as it is at 5 p.m. It doesn't ditch out early. It doesn't take sick days or holidays,
Yeah.
We're not trying to replace the team members or the workers because there's always going to need to be a personal touch to every business. You need to have humans, manning your business and your front desk, welcoming people in. But on the phones, there's ways to still get revenue even from missed calls. And so that's the big problem that Mango's trying to solve.
So it's the missed calls after hours or during hours when it's just too busy, or because I'm thinking about my experience. That you said that growing up in the same age group as we, this technology was thrust
80s
upon
babies.
us.
I'm an 80s baby, so
same. Same with me. Right. So growing up, if I Google search something, especially something where I'm needing an appointment or a reservation or something to schedule, and there's so many options sometimes. I don't want to do the research.
Yeah.
So I look, we just, all hail the mighty Google.
Right.
Oh, this has the highest reviews. I go to that one. So usually the top one on Google is the one most people go with anyway. So that's interesting. If I can't schedule right away, I'm going to the second option on Google.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter if it's like a restaurant or, if you call for a reservation, whatever, you're just, and we see this a lot in healthcare. Mango is very focused in healthcare. Like you said, appointment setting systems. That's our main clientele actually, is especially if you're a new patient. You don't just want to schedule online with a dentist you've never talked to or a doctor you've never consulted with. Yeah. You want to get some type of questions answered. So we still see a lot of phone calls on first time visits, right? Now, second time visits, it's a lot of online scheduling and stuff, which is great. But, everyone's busy. Everyone has got lunches they have to manage. They have people that get sick. They have after hours calls that happens, emergency calls. And they're using our phone system, a lot of people. Mango is much bigger than a lot of people would think, especially nationally. Even though we're a small company in St. George, we have a lot of people using our phones all over the place. And we continually see this problem of no matter how good your system is or how good your people are, people still miss around 30% of their calls. Ooh. And that's just business, going out the door. It goes somewhere else.
And that's inbound leads.
Yeah. Inbound,
right.
good leads, good opportunities. And so it's if you could plug in a really intuitive AI assistant that can answer questions and schedule for you, you're set, right?
You got 30% more options.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's such a great implementation of AI. And the reason we're doing this business highlight in St. George is because there seems to be a lot of companies like you that are doing big things nationwide. Yeah. And there's this sense of just small, effective humility that's just in St. George.
Yeah. I think it is an interesting business here. It was started here in St. George and it kind of just grew first into healthcare. And we spend much more of our time outside of Utah growing our business. Yeah. we got people going to Canada this week. We got people going to the UK in a few weeks. Yeah. So
That's
our
rad.
phones actually work in London now, which
That's
is
cool.
crazy, that we even took that on. But yeah, like you wouldn't even know where to find, like we don't even have signage on our building. Like,
Right. Yeah.
that's how we do
Yeah.
things.
That's that layer. So how long has Mango been an official business?
So it's been a business for about 15 years, but really got its legs about 6 years ago.
Right.
When, there was just this kind of right before COVID, like technology was kind of advancing as like, okay, how do we, take phone calls to the next level? And then COVID hit and it was like, okay, we have to work from home. And, like we have to schedule appointments and call back patients and call back, people over the phone. And how do you do that from home with your business number? So that's VoIP. So you can take your phone anywhere. So that's where I think a lot of businesses like ours actually thrived.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for
them. We did really well, like it was a weird time, COVID, but it was a good time for some technology to be advanced on for sure.
Yeah, it was a good time for a lot of people's mentality to shift as well. And, like how can I be more at home or how can I make my workflow a little more optimized, a little bit more mobile? Because it's, there's like some archaic practices we still follow. Like you got to clock in by this time. You got to be here. Put your suit and tie on.
Yeah, there's a lot of people we run into that are still using, like because we can do virtual fax, right? Which is great because who uses paper, like for hardly anything anymore, right? But we have offices all the time that are saying, oh yeah, we still have a paper or fax machine, and we spend thousands of dollars a year just on paper. And I'm like, well, we can.
What if you didn't?
Yeah, what if you didn't? What would you do with that money or that time or, just digital copies of things, so.
Yeah, and now that one person at the office that gets the accolade of being able to fix the printer, right? Like they're obsolete.
Yeah, it's like, shoot, that was my one thing I was good at.
Yeah, I was good at that. Now.
Well, get good at using this. It's going to be easier, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So when we were looking at Mango Voice, I think, first of all, you yourself, Richard, is excellent with social media platforms, which as a media company always stands out to us when people actually like, share, comment. They do the engagement portion of it. I've seen some of Mango's content where you guys, I think it was January is the year of the month of expos, right? Every year. So,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, we saw some of your content there about the expo. You're holding a little lapel mic, super natural, super flowing. So I can see why you're the VP. It shows, but no, we've been keeping an eye on you guys for a while. And we're like, man, I think that'd be cool if we teamed up in some way, shape, or form, or even if it's just a showcase like this. Just knowing who's around you and what's available is super big, in local networks.
Yeah, I mean, we think about that all the time, that there's so many talented people here just in St. George.
Yeah, it's kind of
doing a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
And they kind of fly under the radar.
Right, yeah.
Like, I mean, I didn't even know that Mango existed. It's crazy how I even got to Mango. Because my wife, she was at, she was at some she works in real estate, and we were at some real estate banquet thing, and I was just her plus one, so I was just going in there kind of plucky,
free dinner,
yeah, and I go there, and the guy that we get seated at a random table with different people, and I'm just having fun, because I have no skin in this game other than my wife is getting the award, not me. And the guy I get seated next to was actually hired by our CEO to, recruit for Mango.
CEO's name is Kevin, right?
Kevin Tallman. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy too.
A very cool guy. The best employer I've ever had in my life. Yeah.
That's cool.
That mentality of like flying on the radar and just being like, hey, we're just going to go hard. He's a Southeastern Idaho guy.
Nice.
Grew up in Idaho Falls.
So you guys get along great.
Yeah, I'm from Idaho too. So we kind of clicked on that right
cool.
away. But he's not big on like, hey, making big announcements or like getting himself out there in the public. And I was kind of like, hey, I'm okay to go out there and do all that stuff for you. So that's why we work well together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's every company needs like a face to it, I think.
Sure.
Especially if you're on social media, like people buy from other people. And if there's not a face to it, right? Or even think about the biggest brands, right? Like Nike, like there's still a face to it, like Michael Jordan, right? Like, or who's the current face like of that brand? Like sometimes the brand has to like transcend like someone's personal identity. Like you'll see a lot of these guys, Sean Whalen, right? He's a lions, not sheep guy.
Yeah.
He's here in Utah, big dude, but like his brand is like him. So if he falters, or because there's been some controversy or whatever, and he preaches one thing and then gets caught doing something else, that your brand is like attached to that.
It is,
right?
For sure.
If you have a brand that can like transcend an identity of an individual, like Nike, like these big brands, like we know, so it's interesting.
And I think like that's the company is called Mango Voice, and we wish there was like a cool story of like how it got to be named Mango. Like the guy who created it just liked mangoes. He didn't like how like other phone companies you had like Veracity and you have Vonage and Uma. It's like very techie names. He was like, why can't it just be simple and fun and light?
I like it.
And so people remember it. It sticks out. And I was like, okay, like when I came on, I was like, what should our brand be? And I was like, well, Mango, it should be light and fun and like just and like natural and authentic.
Light,
and
sweet, fun.
Yeah. So
tropical.
I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to just try to take to this. And, some people would disagree that that's how I am, but that's how I feel like I am.
It's a very pleasant brand. It's pleasant.
Yeah, pleasant. I like that. Yeah.
But what's funny is we were driving the other day when Mal was arranging this, and I was like, Mango Voice. I'm like, I wonder how they got that name.
Yeah.
And then I was like, they probably just liked mangoes.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. Yeah, like the guy just really liked mangoes. Yeah. And he just said, like, why do things have to be complicated? Mangoes are just sweet and easy, and I like them, so let's just make that our brand.
Well, do you think that mentality of his, where he's like, let's be under the radar, let's just be simple and like do our job well, does that like translate into the product, into the service?
Absolutely, because even the slogan has always been phones made simple. Because phones can be very complex if you're setting them up by yourself and everything. And that was one of the reasons he built it, because the guy was an architect, loves to code and build, and he just hated all the different complexities around voice.
So he likes efficiency.
So he built it himself and said, okay, I'm going to make this very user friendly, and I'm going to make it very easy to use. And that's why we thrive, is because when you get into our platform and use it, it's like, okay, this I can, like I said, we're a bunch of guys from Idaho. If we can figure it out, then an office manager or a business owner or like a startup can like figure it out too. For sure.
That is so powerful. Like there's so much power in simplicity, and like you can really get stuck in the weeds if you're trying to overcomplicate things or trying to add features or what we say value, right? A lot of people think they're adding more value. I've seen salesmen in sales pitches. I've been one of them. You overcomplicate your pitch, or you give too much information. It's the same thing with like a product, especially with, I think, softwares nowadays. We are overwhelmed with a software or an app for like everything. Like I got one light bulb in my house that's on a different app than all the rest of that. So I'm like, I got 6 light bulb apps, and they all have a different user interface.
Yeah.
It's so the mental bandwidth that we go through, right? And so like, it's almost like off-putting. I'm like, man, I have this problem. Like I can picture myself as like someone running a dental office, or someone with that kind of business model that you guys specialize in. I can picture myself being like, I'm so overwhelmed with all these little softwares. I know I'm losing 30 to 40 or whatever percentage of phone calls because my staff is missing them. And I'm like, what do I do? Well, I don't even have the bandwidth right now to learn this clunky software, right?
Yep.
I bet you is that a pretty big like pushback in a lot of your
That's a
demos?
Very common thing we hear, is especially from the team members and the front staff that, that are managing the phones and answering the calls. And, every day you'd be shocked at how many people still have to like toggle a switch just to turn their voicemail on when they leave at the end of the day. And it's like, that shouldn't be a thing anymore, and we don't.
If you forget.
Yeah. It's like, if you forget, it just rings and rings and rings, and then you don't even get a voicemail. Right. Which, you think that we'd be past that. And we are. Mango's past that. But a lot of archaic software and phone systems are not, right?
Yeah, that's really true.
Yeah. I mean, the simplicity of it. The other big piece is customer support, which is just highest priority for our leadership and for us at Mango. Like, because if I use this analogy all the time, like whether you use Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, like no one gets excited to go into T-Mobile or Verizon. Yeah. Like no one's like, okay, I got to go in there and like update my phone plan or buy a new phone, because you stand there for how long? Like an hour and a half. And no one ever gets excited to call Verizon or AT&T support.
No,
Like,
nobody. No.
No.
I'm getting nervous. Just think, I'm getting
you're
bothered.
getting anxiety.
Just
Like you're
thinking,
getting just thinking about
yeah,
it.
and then if you're a business owner or if you're moving and grooving at a high level of some sort, or you're wearing multiple hats in a business, like the idea of you getting stuck on a call for more than 10 minutes, you're like, where am I going to squeeze that in my schedule?
Exactly.
And then you get 20 minutes into the hold music and you're like, this jazz music, it's pretty good, actually. I like this jazz music. You know,
Yeah.
I can, but you're like, man, I got to go. I have a call. And then they pick up and you're like, I have to hang up.
And the cool thing about what we could do is we could time it. Like you could call our support and we could see how long it takes for them to answer.
Should we do it right now?
Yeah, you could
I'll do it live.
Yeah, just do it. It's
like
gonna give you like a little voice thing.
Thank you for calling Mango Voice.
Yep.
Phones made simple.
There you go.
Please listen carefully to the following options as our menu has changed. For support, please press 1.
Just press 1
For
right
sales,
now. See how
please
long it
press
takes.
2.
All right, let's time this from right here.
This call is recorded for quality and training purposes.
You got a timer going? You should just time
Thank you
it.
for calling Mango Voice. Phones made simple. Simplifying and enhancing communication for the most important interaction.
That's an AI voice.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold for the next available technician. If at any time you would rather leave us a message, press pound, and we will reach out to you as soon as possible.
So there's your jazz music, kind of.
Yeah.
You're talking about. Everybody's got it.
Dude, I love smooth jazz and I love whiskey. So
Nice.
if I had a glass, no, I'm just kidding.
Hi there. Thank you for calling Mango Voice. This is Luke speaking. How may I help you today?
Hey, Luke, just calling to see your guys' response time. Very impressed. I've just hit a minute. I've been on the phone for 1 minute. So thank you for your responsive time.
Yeah, of course.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is this a real person?
Yeah.
That's a real person.
Oh, this is a real person.
Yeah, that's a real person.
Oh, okay. I'm
Our
sorry.
support's live. Yeah, our
I'm
support's
sitting
live
here
real
with
people.
your VP. I was like, holy shit, this is a great AI. No, I'm sitting here with Richard, your VP of business. We're on a podcast and we're doing a live demonstration. And so to showcase how fast this response time is. So awesome.
Hey, Luke, tell boss you deserve a raise.
Yeah, get a raise, Luke.
All right.
Dude,
Yeah, totally will.
you sounded so smooth. I was like, this could be AI. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment or...
No, it's good. It's good. Well, it's like one of those things where I'm like, this can't be AI because it's too good.
Yeah, all the support is live agents.
It's
that we
live
have.
agents.
Yep.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
And so is that offered to, I'll keep Luke on the phone for a second. Is that offered to all other businesses as well? You guys provide those agents or just?
So we provide the agents that they can roll out in their offices so the AI can answer their calls. But if they need customer support from us, then
Luke could handle that.
Luke can take care of them. Oh yeah.
Okay, interesting.
That fast. And that's the difference I was trying to get to is like
Fast.
you call any other big phone provider, you're going to be on hold for
Oh yeah,
30,
way
40
too
minutes.
long.
Yeah, long time.
No, I was
Terrible.
sub 1 minute, sub 60 seconds.
And that's all here in St. George.
That's crazy. How many, Luke? How many agents you guys got there? Like, is it a call floor that you guys handle everything, or is everyone working from home?
Yeah, so we're all in the same office. We got a couple tiers of support here. We got our main tier 1, and then we have like our tier 2 who generally handles some of the bigger issues, and then we got our tier 3, and those are the big guys. Those are the guys who handle all the super crazy stuff.
Okay.
But we got 11 people in here right now for tier 1.
That's pretty awesome.
And they're all up at Tech Ridge. That's where the support
Oh, right
is.
on.
Yeah, they're up at Tech Ridge.
Cool.
So.
We're familiar with Tech Ridge. Well, Luke, thanks for your time, bro. I honestly thought you were a robot for a second just because I didn't know what to expect, but that's awesome. So I'm understanding now. But thanks for being a live demonstration on a podcast recording.
Yeah, of course.
All right, man. You have a good one. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Yeah,
That's
I guess
cool.
I should have clarified a little bit more, but yeah, I mean that we don't have we have a AI chat. So if they want to chat in, like we have an AI that chats, and then they'll jump in if like the AI can't answer the questions anymore. But all of the calls,
They're live.
It's
Okay.
live and it's 24/7 support.
That's
too.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is actually live customer support, but it's AI powered, and that's where you're not missing anything,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
The AI is just an enhancement of that customer support.
Yeah,
the
AI
speed,
is-
the effectiveness.
The AI is more a product that we can place in the practices or in the offices that are using it.
Yeah.
So, like we have gyms here, we have like salons here that are using AI to, because those types of businesses are actually working, like this, they're like actually like
They're
too
doing,
busy
yeah.
to go answer their calls, and you just have to call back voicemails, and try to schedule people. But now you literally just have an AI that can pick up the call, schedule it for them.
That's amazing.
And then they just have people coming in. So
yeah, it's not necessarily solving a complex problem. It's just missing that touch point. It's enabling that touch point to be captured and just scheduled, reservation given, something like that.
Yeah, it's just another team member, that you can
I love that.
just roll out it
Yes.
for much less than, a full-time employee. So
I misunderstood, but that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Maybe I should
No,
have
that's cool.
more,
but I do want to talk about another AI tool you guys are, it sounds like you just rolled it out recently, but it's a, like an AI listening feature that will actually summarize, compile, and like basically transcribe that data into recorded calls.
I mean, there's a lot that happens on these phone conversations, right?
Yeah.
And the business owners or the practice owners, they don't know. So, we all talk about, everyone who owns a business talks about training their employees on the phones. Mm-hmm. But if you get 100 calls, 150 calls a day to your business, how do you, at the end of the day, after a long day, go back and listen to 150 calls?
Yeah, or know about that egregious
Know about that
complaint.
one bad one, or how do you, unless someone told you to go listen to this one, there's no way to cover it all.
Well, I'm thinking back, 20, 21 years old, working in a call center.
Yeah.
22 years old, and there was always a QA.
Yep.
Like quality assurance that was listening manually to, as many calls as they could, but they still couldn't get them all. But yeah. And so if you got caught by QA, you'd get written up or whatever. If you didn't promote this one product or whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, and that's, if you're an up and coming business, a small business owner, you can't afford to have someone just listening to your calls full time. But we call this tool Mango AI, which does listen to the calls, gives you the entire transcript of the calls, and then scores it and tells you how well you did on the call.
Wow.
So based off of, the words that you're using, the tone that you're using, it'll actually tell you, was the patient upset? Was the customer upset? Did the person handle that problem well?
Yeah.
And then you can search, for the ones that, went below a certain score.
Yeah, you set the parameters of that.
Yep, you set the parameters, and it's so out of those 150 calls, I can search and say, it looked like 5 scored in the red.
Yeah.
Let's go listen to those 5 and see where we could improve. So that just saves you time on which ones you want to listen to. And instead of listening to the entire call, it just gives you the summary. So you get the cliff notes and say, this is what I wanted to see, actually.
You gave me, I'm going to give this idea to you. Tell me if this is dumb, but I used to do door-to-door sales.
Yeah.
And getting my reps to we would use an app called Zero.
Okay.
Where you have to actually press record.
Yeah.
And record your voice. But, and also it's risky too, because you have to get consent from the homeowner.
Right.
Because if I'm walking onto someone's property and then recording them.
Yeah.
That's just dumb. So,
yeah.
But it's easy to do. You're like, hey, I'm here doing this. You're like, cool. I'm also training. Do you mind if I record this, for my benefit? And usually people say yes.
Sure.
And if they don't, I just wouldn't record it. But if you guys rolled out an app for that would be an amazing tool for a lot of sales teams to be evaluated, to grade, because just getting my sales rep to get the recording is hard enough.
Yeah.
So if that's all I had to focus on, but then it was once it's recorded, it's did you send that in? Who listened to it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do your job on it? But if I had an AI do that, take the notes and score it, I could just pull up the data and be like, oh, Tony did good today. Thanks for your recordings. Something like that. But.
Well, I think that's the really cool thing about AI, especially around voice now, is there are no bad ideas anymore, or there are no ideas that are out of scope. Everything that we used to think of as kids, this would be really cool if we could do this. AI can actually help us advance it and do that. So we totally take our tool, plug it in an app, because we have a mobile app already. We just have to do some, and we talk to our engineers all the time. Anything can be developed. It's just a matter of how much is it going to cost us and who's going to build it, right? Anything can be made. And what's the value?
How do we get an ROI off
what's
this?
the ROI of that? And if it makes sense, and we decide, hey, we want to do it, then we can go do it. And like you said, there's so many door-to-door salesmen out there that have some of them are, because we get them still. Some are just like, hey man, you got to work on that, you know, like,
Yeah, exactly.
but, and others do really well. And you're like, yeah, that was impressive. I can't even close the door. You know, you won't let me close the door. So,
well, if you're a VP of business development and you sense an opportunity for that, I know about 3 guys that own their own companies doing door to door.
Yeah.
And they are paying astronomical rates each month for this Zero app.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if they're integrating an AI into it, but they have, it's just basically a way for them to capture and then do their own manual quality assurance.
I mean, yeah.
So
let's talk to him. Yeah.
I know, because he was showing me his Zero, like his bills and stuff, because we're pretty close talking business and stuff. We like to fillet it open so we get second opinions on stuff. And
well,
why are you paying $30,000 for that?
Oh.
And like, you have 2% of your salesmen like actually use it. And he's like, yeah, I paid $30,000 for that, and they're not even using it. I'm like, yeah, you got to start slapping them around a little bit, get them going.
Require that or something. But
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the cool thing about what you guys are doing too is, I mean, because kind of like us, there's so many businesses in here that are doing well that we just don't know about. And so creating a network and like making introductions, that's pretty cool what you guys do here. So.
Oh, well, thank you. But I have one more question for you. Or then I want to kind of shift it to more about Richard, because we talked about Mango. But also it's kind of cool that you're the VP and you're, you know, an Idaho boy, but you chose to set here.
Yeah.
So another company we run here is Brass Kisses Ammunition, and we're actually looking for a customer service rep. And it's interesting because it is a regulated product, right? Because ammo, you just have to, you know, it has to be shipped correctly and do those things because it is technically an explosive substance, you know, gunpowder.
Yeah.
But so they don't like a lot of our marketing, so we have to find all these loopholes and get it around. I'm actually wearing their shirt today.
Okay, nice.
And yeah, we've been growing our social media to about 75,000 followers on Instagram. It's popping off. We're getting a Rolling Stone magazine article about us.
Oh, cool.
Because they think we're the punk rock of ammo. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But we're really behind in answering and replying to emails and customer support phone calls. And so we're actually looking to fill a position for that. And I'm like wondering what's like a package for a small business that's literally got like 2 to 3 people. We're doing most of the work, you know, manually by hand and stuff. There's a little bit more to it because we have it manufactured up north. But like, what's that package look like for a small business like that? That's like kind of growing faster, which is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But they're trying to get caught up on that. So that like customer care aspect, what's a good starting place at Mango for that?
So when you say like package, you mean like, like what are we? Like,
how do I get your services if I'm a business in that situation?
Yeah. So if you wanted to get Mango, it's super easy to like get our stuff rolled out. So if you wanted to use us for, you know, your phones to answer, like we're not expensive. If all you wanted was our base package of Mango Essentials. Yeah.
One of your tier 1 customer service reps, right? Or
yeah, so I mean, like for us, you know, like the price it's not $30,000 like your
like that
guy is
example,
there.
Yeah.
No, like to get Mango rolled out is, you know, it's $30 per phone that you would have. So if you just needed like 2 phones in your, you know, office over there, it's $30. So you $60 a month roughly for that, and then if you wanted to roll out the AI, it's another $250 a month. Yeah.
Wow. So, okay, so for like under $300, you know, I'm getting essentially a very competent person like Luke who just answered the phone.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. You know, who's answering some basic questions, just directing people to the right resources.
Yeah.
And then if it's like, you know, beyond what he can do, then it's sent to us in an email or like.
Yeah, I mean, we just kick it like direct it. Where do you want it to go from there? You know, whether it's to you or someone else. You know, like wherever you feel like, okay, like this is above my pay grade. Like who's the next guy up?
That's awesome.
So. Yeah.
Interesting. And so if I have like a phone with Verizon Wireless or something like that, obviously you guys can connect to a mobile.
Yep.
Sweet. And so that's what we would do is just take our business phone, get you the number.
Yep. And we would just
subscribe.
We call it porting. You'd port the number over to Mango, and then like you would have all your business numbers on a mobile app that you can download on your cell phone there, and you always keep your personal number separate from your business number too.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to be a business phone number. But if it was like on my Verizon plan, I wouldn't have to like switch plans or anything like that.
Nope.
It's just porting.
Still run through you're just moving that number over to Mango. And
kind of like a Google phone number. It's just kind of ported.
It is. It's very similar to a Google Voice number. Yep,
right on.
Exactly.
So. So that's really intriguing because I think a lot of business owners, like I'm so into the details of what is going on, like these mics, these cameras, like the tolerances of a bullet on that side of the house, right? Like it's just these little things. And so when I'm thinking about the logistics of, how do I port my entire phone service over?
Yeah.
It's like never been simpler, it sounds like.
It is. I mean, a lot of people are like, change management is scary because people are like, well, this is my business, like, and it may be clunky, but it works, right? So switching it is kind of scary, but it really is like you sign up, we move the number over to Mango. It just takes a few days, and there's no downtime because we have some call forwarding set up in the meantime. So you never like feel like you miss a call or anything like that.
Yeah,
and you don't even experience it at all. Like it's nothing changes on your side at all.
Wow.
So the rollout's like super easy for us.
That's
to do
amazing. It. Well, I'm going to call my business partner Brad and tell him about this.
Yeah, yeah.
Before we dive into Richard's backstory and stuff too, because we want to showcase his achievements as well. But our producers brought up a great question. What is like a common misconception or like the stigma surrounding voice over IP that you guys are overcoming?
Yeah, so I'd say there's two things that we run into all the time. And one is that we are this kind of all-in-one thing that not only does your phones, but does also like appointment reminders and online scheduling and confirmations. You've signed up for like something or scheduled an appointment with your dentist or something. You get a confirmation text or something like that. And those are separate services than us. So a lot of times people think that we are this, all-in-one software that does everything. And it's really hard to be great at one thing, let alone being like great at everything. So it's like we're trying to be just master of one instead of master of none. Which like we know our lane, which is phones. And we're going to stay in that lane and just do that really well. There's a lot of companies out there that are trying to do everything, and it just gets so messy and so hard, and it's so hard to scale and manage like so many different things. So Mango is like really big on partnerships. We'll go partner with other softwares that do that piece, and that's another big part of like my role and my team's role is to manage all those partnerships.
Just kind of build out an API that.
Yep. Yeah. No. Yeah. We have integrations and we have different packages we bundle and offer together, and so that works out really well. So we're not trying to be everything to everyone.
I think that's really important today because I think it was actually in one of your YouTube videos. I think it was with Kevin. Yeah, but he was talking about like we don't have a wide breadth of like abilities, but we go deep on one thing.
Yes, exactly.
And there's a lot of power with that. What's a partnership that you guys are like super excited about recently, or it's been longstanding?
Yeah, so we have several longstanding ones, like different, practice management softwares in dentistry, different CRMs in hospitality that have been great for us too. There's one that we just launched. It's with a company called Henry Schein One. So they're the largest tech company in dentistry. I mean, it's if you're in dentistry, you know who Henry Schein, the company is, and they have a tech side that we've just partnered with, and it doesn't get any bigger than that.
That's a big fish.
It's a whale, yeah. And for us, it was like we're punching above our weight to get that partnership done, and we did it, and it's been like life changing for everyone at Mango. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a big one, that we're really proud of, and. Yeah, a lot of people in our space wish they had that partnership. So that was a lot of work getting that one done. It took about 3 years to bring that one home. So,
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a big fish, a whale. That's a whale to land.
It was, yeah.
It's exciting, man. Like, and then also when you're talking about partnership, you said hospitality. One of our clients, his name's Cody Adent. He runs Vibrant Marketing here in town, and they have a software for like, kind of like boutique hotels or just hoteliers that are doing that stuff. And speaking about local connections, I'm going to get him connected with you and see how it goes. But he just got his silver play button last year on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Just a charismatic guy who's got his hands in a couple cookie jars, and him and his wife run Vibrant Marketing. And during COVID, they kind of blew up with helping Airbnbs give digital options for people to manage.
Yeah.
Switching out the locks with like remote controlled stuff or codes and having that software manage it. But
Very cool.
So yeah, I'm sure they would benefit greatly from having some VoIP options. So
Yeah. If they have any need for like a business number, like we could probably help them out. So
yeah, I'll send them to Luke actually.
Yeah. We'll get him set up. So
that's cool.
He'll answer in a minute. So
I know it was crazy fast. So that's really man, this is cool. I didn't know I'd be solving a problem for my other business and connect. Yeah, Cody would be interested in this, I think, Mal. So if you can make note of that, that would be great. But let's move into kind of your personal life, man. I mean, how do you become the VP of a tech company like that?
Well, yeah, I don't know that like when I got hired that I was like thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to become the VP. Kevin knows this, our CEO. I've talked to him about this many times, but the first 2 weeks I was like, man, I need to find another job. Like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
Yeah,
because it was a brand new space. I'd worked in healthcare before, but it was a brand new space for me getting into SaaS and getting into, all this.
A new language, basically.
It was new language. I was like sitting there, people were talking in acronyms constantly, and I was just like searching them underneath the table, like, what did that mean? Like, I just want to know what's going on at the table here. And I was like, yeah, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But I did see that there was massive opportunity, especially from the partnership side.
Right.
And I do kind of remember just sitting down one day and being like, okay, I'm just going to write down a list of everyone that we work with and everyone that we don't work with, and I'm going to call every one of these people.
Nice.
And that's like what I started doing. And it was amazing to me how willing everyone was to work with us through just by the power of a phone call.
Yeah.
It was like people just, and kind of how you guys reached out to us and said, hey, let's do this podcast. We're like, yeah, like, why not? Like, why wouldn't we want to do that? It's very similar in our space. Like, people want to work with people.
Yeah. It's crazy how many people are just afraid or like scared to collaborate.
Just like a fear of failure, or like, we don't know if that's really our model, but like,
or
but if someone called you today and said, hey, I want to work with you, would you not be interested?
Oh, I'd love that.
Absolutely. Right.
It happened yesterday.
That's just what I started doing, and we had some partners that like the role I was filling, they were kind of upset. They were kind of like, hey, well, you guys left us in the dark, Yeah.
And you're like, well, how can I fix that for you?
And I mean, like the guy that hired me said, well, when that question comes up, you tell him like, well, that's why I'm here. Now.
Yeah.
That's exactly. So it's like, that's why I'm making this phone call. I'm here to fix that. So
yeah, it's maintaining a partnership, maintaining a relationship.
Yeah.
I think people forget the power of talking on the phone as well. It's funny that you guys sell VoIP services and like, that's the power of it as well. Yeah.
It's the irony there is like, it's not missed at all, but just picking up the phone and calling somebody and saying, hey, what can we do better? Or how can we make this work? Or what do you guys want to do together? Yeah. And people they get excited about that,
Yeah.
So.
And I always tell people, I told this to Mal, like just as an ideal, my idealism or my philosophy on the matter rather is like, if I'm texting you, it's because it's concise information. It's quick.
Yep.
But it's like the most inferior form of communication ever.
For sure.
Anything over text. And then you get a little better when you have a keyboard in front of you and you can add commas, but nobody adds commas anymore. Nobody knows punctuation. Like my mom was an English major, so she was like she was the grammar Nazi, right? But so even in text messages, like I spend time like putting commas and periods, and like an emoji is really helpful in expressing a tone.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes if you just text something, it sounds really demanding. But so like we miss out on so much good communication when we don't call each other, don't talk on the phone. So, and even then I prefer face-to-face, of course. It's way better. But the phone is great. Or Zoom calls.
They're
fantastic.
Are just as good. Yeah. I mean, texting is for speed and efficiency, right?
Yeah.
And
concise.
Phone calls are for a necessity. Like, I need to say something to you.
True communication. And a complex idea needs to be communicated.
Yes.
And that's what your guy Luke is for, right? Like what's going on? Like I can empathize, I can sympathize, I can understand, I can solve. Mm-hmm. And so many people go the quick route or they avoid that interaction for some reason because it does require like to put yourself out there a little bit, rejection's always a thing.
And there's so much misunderstanding on just text, right?
Yes.
Like you said, we'll put LOL or an emoji on it to soften it or something.
Yeah.
But so much of that is missed. But when you get on the phone with them or a Zoom call, you realize, oh, they're not mad.
Oh yeah, the
Like,
tone. I interpreted
yeah.
the tone completely.
Or like
wrong.
maybe they were tough over text, but people soften when you're in person with them.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be a jerk to your face.
Yeah, especially too if someone you haven't met, as soon as you tell them your name, you become a human.
Yeah,
to them, more human.
exactly.
So
yeah,
there's little things I think we're missing. So I think you guys are doing some cool stuff with, offering voice over IP. I don't think it's going anywhere. Like it's such a crucial means until we can like upload thoughts to each other.
yeah.
A complex idea in one little thought. Whenever Elon Musk puts chips in our head,
Yeah, whatever's
right?
coming next. Yeah, just to like be like, call this place. Yeah, just like that.
Which would be pretty cool. We'd get a lot of stuff done, but
for sure.
but yeah, tell me so what kind of skills did you grow up acquiring? Right, Idaho. I presume you were everybody in Idaho. I just picture them on vast swaths of land with a rifle.
Well, yeah. I mean, I grew up in a big family on a small farm.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we had a hay farm and we had cattle and we had pigs and horses. And,
so I wasn't far off.
No, you were not. Like I could literally see. Yeah, we would go deer hunting and we would go pheasant hunting, and that was like still a big part of like what we do. And anytime I go home to Idaho, I try to go home during, pheasant season, deer season, and see.
I mean, like that October, November timeframe.
It's the fall is just the best, And,
it's therapeutic. So my brother-in-law, he lives in Burley, Idaho.
Oh yeah,
but they have a friend that owns a dairy farm, and it's every October.
Everyone's got a friend who owns a dairy farm in Burley. So, yeah,
that's true. Yeah, the whole area, right?
Yeah.
But that is the best pheasant hunting I've ever had. The only time I've filled. Everybody's tag was filled.
Yeah.
Or whatever the limit was. But
yeah, you got your limit for sure.
Yeah, it just so fun, so therapeutic going out there. But yeah, I need to get up there again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my brother he has dogs and he does tours. So,
cool.
Yeah, man, if you want to make a trip, we can go do one.
Yeah, we were just, what do you call it? We were just online, almost like a chain gang, just walking through the field, just rustling them up.
I mean,
But dogs are cooler too, I think.
The dogs.
I've never done kind of with dogs, but what's...
Yeah, so my brother he breeds Brittany Spaniels.
Oh, okay.
And they are so birdie. They're such good pointers, and think you're having fun. Like it's so fun to watch them work, And
they get into it.
They get on point, and they'll find birds you walk right over, and they just get them to come up. It's
because the smart pheasants don't move.
Yeah, no, these guys that have been around a long time, these old roosters, they know not to fly right away.
Yeah, beautiful birds too.
Yeah, they are.
That's cool. Okay, so that's who I know I'm working with now.
Yeah,
right?
that's how I grew up, and my dad was it's a small town, so everyone our neighbor down the street was also the mayor of the town and the basketball coach, and my dad was a football coach and a teacher in the school, so everyone it was a village really. It's a small town in Idaho, like everyone. Yeah. So everyone was always looking out for you, which is good. It's like a really great community to grow up in.
Right.
So very involved in sports. My whole family was, and
didn't you play for Dixie Tech too?
I came down and I played for Dixie State. When it was Dixie State, I played football and
corner.
I was a corner. Yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah, I was a corner, and I wanted.
Your profile said defensive back, so
yeah. I played a little corner, played a little safety. I wanted to play. Everyone wants the ball, I wanted to be like a wide receiver, like a slot. But when I got down here, I mean, I was lucky enough to have a scholarship. I was recruited as an athlete, but everybody. There was probably 40 guys trying to play receiver, and only like 2 or 3 that wanted to play defense. And I just wanted to be on the field. So
I didn't play much football. I switched to lacrosse in high school.
Oh, cool. I always wanted to play lacrosse.
Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah. I've broken more bones in lacrosse than any other sport. When you get a metal stick involved.
You're just whacking each other.
Yeah. Just weird, crack ribs and fingers snapping. Yeah. You're like, oh boy. But cornerback that was my jam. I was short and fast, and so I'm not optimal for a wide receiver. So they're like, go guard that guy. But I love taking the ball from somebody else.
Oh man, it's the hardest thing to do.
It is
like
an art form. Even just blocking their eyes.
Yeah, just making it so they can't. I mean, because the entire game is designed to beat you. Yeah. So you're on an island out there a lot of the time, and it is when you can pick somebody off or make a big play on defense. It's one of the hardest things, and because you're doing it backwards too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
you got to be faster than backwards.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I just wanted to be on the field, so I was like, I'll go play defense, and I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to play a lot.
That's awesome.
And made some really good friends here. And yeah, during that time, I think I just fell in love with St. George. Like,
oh man,
it's just a sweet place to be. Like,
it's hard not to.
I just started. I mean, I love going to Zion and hiking in Zion National Park. And I mean, no matter how many times I've been up there, I still am just like, these views are just
it's insane. Yeah,
are incredible. And and then years later, I met my wife, and we have one daughter. And
congrats!
And her whole family is here. So I doubt there's like no escaping for me now.
Yeah,
so,
now you're stuck.
Yeah, we got some roots here. So
well, that's awesome, man. I think it's definitely worth like just the connections that you make here in St. George. I feel like it's just different than elsewhere. Because like I like doing business with people from out of state because they don't think as cheap as Utah people think.
Yeah,
but there's not a better place for like starting and having a community of people willing to help you start a business. I don't know what it is about St. George, but there's just like a entrepreneurial mind here because everybody here either works a decent job or they like it's. I think it's like 60-40 in my mind. I know more business owners here than anywhere else. It's like anybody I run into is either like top dog in the company or they like own it outright. So a lot of people are starting business, and I think Mango you guys are doing a cool thing. Just enabling that communication, missing that 30, that's a huge chunk
number
of just missing stuff. So, but
I think one thing that's cool, like you can tell this is a very affluent place. I mean, like you just go around the parade of homes and it's like, wow, like there's money here. And I can't remember where I heard it, but I think it's basically the idea that, a millionaire will never laugh at you for having a business idea because they like to hear ideas. Yeah. So it's the people that aren't millionaires that will laugh at you if you have an idea.
That's okay. You just gave me some insight on that.
Like literally, it's usually like your people you grew up with that didn't go anywhere that'll tell you, oh, you can't make it, man. Or like, no, that's dumb, or don't do that. But that's why I think so many people are willing to invest in St. George because they're super successful people here. And when you come up with an idea, they're like, tell me more.
That's so true, dude.
I want to tell me more. And so that's why you see so many entrepreneurs here right now because people are like, well, yeah, like let's see where this can take us. And they don't like just scoff at your idea. Like,
well, that's crazy because I didn't really we didn't start our business till we moved away from family or friends that,
and family can be great, but sometimes family can be like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
they can do that.
They can have the best family in the world, and unknowingly, subconsciously, they could be preventing you from experimenting with things that don't really like. There's if you fail at business, it's like there's nothing really at stake.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you got some debt? Oh, cool. It's monopoly money anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in debt. You're gonna do things. It's like. There's tools.
You're going to take on debt.
Exactly.
To grow. You're going to take on debt to grow, for sure.
Yeah, we're playing Monopoly, so.
Yep.
Yeah, get your nose dirty a little bit. But yeah, sometimes if you're around the wrong people I never realized that. I never put that together. Like, when we kind of left that environment, I didn't realize St. George is kind of a safe haven for that. It's people, I don't think anyone's really scoffed at our ideas at all. Wow, that's very insightful.
Yeah, I mean, like when you say, hey, I'm going to go try this out, people are like, okay, cool. Like, that's a good idea. And usually they have a backstory about that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I did something similar. Here's my advice that I have for you guys.
Right.
Because
it's very encouraging.
They're not living. This isn't their second or third, 4,000 square foot home on accident. All these people down here in St. George.
They didn't stumble into it by being timid.
Exactly.
That's a really
smart
good
businessman, and
very insightful. That is so you heard it here first, folks. If you're looking for a place to throw some ideas around, cut your teeth in the business world, find an equivalent of St. George, or just come here. A lot of people are moving here, but that is a really insightful. By the way, do you go by Rich or Richard?
Rich is fine. Rich, okay. Richard.
Yeah, I feel like after we do a podcast, I can be like, "What's up, Rich?"
I feel close. You can call me Dick too if you want to. My best friends call me Dickie, so it's all good.
Dickie, that's funny.
Yeah,
I think it was the actor Dick Van Dyke. Yeah, he just hit 100 years old. And so they were celebrating him on I think it was Facebook. But Facebook automatically censored his name.
Oh, yeah.
Because they thought people were calling people the
you got to be careful with it, but no.
That's so funny. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming on. I think this was a great little business highlight on Mango. It's good to learn about Richard, what you guys are doing.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
What's the best way for people if a business owner is listening to this and they're like, "Hey, that might be my thing." Where should they start?
Yeah, visit mangovoice.com. There's buttons everywhere that just say get started. Just click on one of those to fill out a form and get going, or call 435 go mango.
Go Mango. Yeah.
And we'll answer.
Yeah, Luke will get to you in a minute. But also, I think there's a link tree on your Instagram I saw. You can schedule demos right there too.
Yep. Yeah. If you go if you go to Mango Voices Instagram or Facebook, our link tree will take you to a demo calendar too. So
nice.
Definitely can do that. And yeah, we have a YouTube channel where we're always posting
we saw
content. That. Yeah. And trying to grow our brand and stuff too.
Your LinkedIn, how can they find you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, just search Richard William May. Got to throw in my middle name.
Richard William May.
Richard William May on LinkedIn.
Vice President of Business Development at Mango Voice.
For now,
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, Rich, thanks for being on today. Appreciate
you guys inviting me. It's been fun.